Hello, and welcome back to KIP, where knowledge is power. My name is Josh, and today we are going to be looking at how to calculate the equation of a linear equation if we're only given 2 points. Now, if you recall, the equation that we're working with here with linear equations is y equals mx plus b. Alright, where m represents our slope and b represents our y-intercept. Now when we're given 2 points, for example over here our first point is 1 and 2, 1, 2, and our second point is 5, 10. What we can do, and what our very first step will be, we can use these 2 points to calculate the slope. So calculate the rate of change between those 2 points. Now, if you remember, our m is our slope, right? Which is rise over run, right? And if you look at a Cartesian plane, the rise is our y and the run is our x. Now, to be able to find the slope here, because we're given 2 different points, what we have to do is we have to find the change in y over the change in x. That's what delta means, all right? So this means change in, all right? So what is that exactly going to look like? So what we're going to do, what we're going to do after this, on our 2 points, we're going to grab our first point and we're going to name it x1 and y1. On our second point here, we're going to name it x2 and y2. All right. So the way this is going to work is we're going to take our y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right. Pretty simple so far. All right. Now, what I would like you guys to do, pause the video and plug in the values that we have into this equation and see if you can solve it. Done? Okay, good. Let's take it up together. So, what we're going to do is, we're going to plug it in. We're going to go back up here. Oh, that's an ugly line. Hold on. There we go. We're going to put it up here. So, our y2 is 10. Our y1 is 2, so minus 2. Over our x2 is 5. Our x1 is 1. So what we're going to do here now is we're just going to solve. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 5 minus 1 is 4. 8 divided by 4 is also 2. So our m, our slope, is equal to 2. Now, we aren't done. We have our slope. So we found our m, but we now have to find our b. And you may be asking, well, how do we find our b? Take some time and think about it. All right, so if we have our slope, and we already have 2 different points that correspond to this line we're looking for, we can take any of the 2 points that are given to us, choose one of them, and take the values of x and y and plug it into our equation and solve for b. Let me show you exactly how that's going to look. So, we want to solve for b. So far, our equation, our new equation, here, let's use that different color. Our new equation is y is equal, our m is 2, 2x plus b. Let's say we choose 1, 2. That point there. What we're going to do is now calculate for b. So we're going to plug in our 1 and 2. So our y is 2, right? Our slope is 2, times 1, right? Plus b. All right? So 2 is equal to 2 times 1 is 2 plus b. All right? Now we're going to subtract both sides by 2, right? minus 2, right? And then we're going to subtract 2 on this side here. So we'll do minus 2, all right? So what we actually would get is b is going to equal to 0. So in this case, our final equation is going to be y is equal to 2x. Pretty simple. This question was pretty simple, but let's try another question with some different points. So, over here, as you guys can see, we have 2 different points. Now, pause the video and try this question by yourself. All right, you're done? Perfect. So what we're gonna do now, again, we're given two different points. So our m is gonna be equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That is the equation we're gonna be working with. This is gonna be our x1, our y1, our x2, and our y2. All right, so now we plug in our values, right? So our y2 is negative 15. All right, our y1 is negative 16. So minus negative 16 over our x2 is negative 7 and our x1 is 9. So minus 9. Now, don't forget your integer laws, all right? Where we're gonna be negative with negative makes a positive, all right? So those two add, right? So negative 15 plus 16 is going to equal to 1. And then negative 7 minus 9 is negative 16. Perfect. And that's our slope there. So now that we have our slope, what we're going to do is we're going to calculate our b. So don't forget, we have mx plus b. All right. Our new equation at the moment is y is equal negative 1 over 16, right, plus b. Oh, and we have our x there. My gosh, don't forget your x's, guys. There we go. So now, with this, now that we have our slope, we can calculate for b. So let's choose one of the 2 points that are given to us, which in this case, let's just choose the first one here. All right, so we have 9 and negative 16. Okay, so our y is going to be negative 16. Our slope is 1 over 16, negative 1 over 16. Our x is 9, so times 9 plus b. So 9 times 1 is 9, so it's negative 16, negative 9 over 16 plus b. All right, so now our final thing to do is we got to move this fraction to the other side. And it's going to be negative 16. Don't forget the negative becomes a positive now that we moved it. Plus 9 over 16 is equal to b. All right, so then b is going to equal to what? Negative 15. Oh, sorry, 7 over 16. Very ugly number, I know, but you're most likely going to have questions like this. So our final equation, let's write it in purple. Our final equation is going to be equal to y is equal to negative 1 over 16 x and not plus minus 15 7 over 16. I know this question has ugly numbers and it may be a little bit harder, but trust me, the process is still the same. It does not change. So let's do a little bit of a recap. All right. First step, all right, write down your equation. All right. Second step, identify your x1, y1, x2, and y2. Your third step, plug it in and solve. Your fourth step, write out your new equation with the slope you just calculated. Your fifth step, choose a point out of the 2 points that were given to you. Your sixth step is to plug it in and solve for b. Once you get your b, your final step is to write your final equation, and you're done. So please take time to practice this. It may seem a little hard at first, but trust me, once you grasp the idea and grasp the concept, it's gonna make everything so much easier. If you made it this far into the video and you enjoyed and this helped you, please leave a like and subscribe, and drop down any comments if you have any questions, or if you want to see some other explanation videos on different math topics, or even biology, chemistry, physics, whatever you're struggling with at school. Just drop a comment and I would love to make you guys a video. Again, thank you for tuning in at Kip with Josh. Don't forget, knowledge is power, and I'll see you guys in the next one.